Good morning, Birmingham. We need to update that. I believe now they want us to say I had a cup of Joe or Josephine. They would like us to get.
Oh, we got to get
Yeah.
both in
Apparently,
there.
we need to. It's a DEI thing. I
You
don't
know,
know.
I think our audience is just fine with Joe.
You okay with that?
Yeah,
All right. It could be Joe with an E and Joe without an E.
yeah.
You know.
Sure, it could
sure.
work either
Yeah,
way.
let's go with that.
There are Joe males and females,
Yeah.
right?
Some of them play in the WNBA. It is 6:06, and we have got a Friday off and running already today. 14th of August of 2026. That means for a lot of you it is payday. That's good news. Go out, blow that paycheck on a new air conditioner because, wow, hot this weekend. 95 today, 96, 97 over the weekend. 99 on Monday, I'm told. 99.
Yeah, that's a little crazy.
The heat indices are going to be high, very warm. And yes, we're talking about that always present chance of storms in the afternoon. Although we got nothing yesterday. Did we? Did you get anything?
I think east of downtown Birmingham
Okay.
got some pretty good showers.
Alrighty.
Like maybe over in the Pell City area.
Okay.
Got a lot of rain, but I didn't get a drop at the house.
Nothing for me either. I was kind of hoping for it. It does seem to calm things down in my neck of the woods. Nonetheless, we will boogie through this weekend and hopefully. Look, I'm not going to tell you what to do. Obviously, getting outside is your prerogative. If you're going to be near water or you're going to be in a place where you can stay cool, I highly recommend it because, when you start talking about these temperatures, man, you have got to be hydrated, rehydrated, and hydrated some more. There almost isn't enough water, and you have to keep sucking it down because if you just drink it all at once, you sweat it out, and then you're gone. It's done. It's over, and so you got to kind of maintain and keep at it. It's better to drink 3 or 4 bottles over a lengthy period of time than it is to chug them all at once. Okay, that's just sort of human nature and the way this science works. So please, 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 we cannot afford to have you dropping dead on us. We can't lose another listener.
No.
What are we down to?
We need
6,
every one.
8 now?
We gotta have every single one of
As many
them.
as we can get. Work Trucks is downtown at 2324 3rd Avenue South. They're also online at worktruckswithanxllc.com, the place to go to find that perfect work truck for you. They scour the country and bring them in from all over. 125-point inspection is done on each one of them. They pass, of course, get brought up to speed, put on the lot, great low prices. They can outfit them the way you see fit. So if you're looking for a toolbox or a ladder rack or a tie down, by golly, they'll make it happen for you. And their service center's right across the road. What's not to like? Over 100 vehicles on the lot at any given time. Trade, finance, get an extended warranty at Work Trucks, the Southeast #1 pre-owned work truck dealer. Work Trucks with an X LLC, 2324 3rd Avenue South. Yes.
And now, it's Dixon and Vining's top 3 things you need to know.
Well, we have a bit of a disagreement here. Iran is claiming that the Strait of Hormuz is under its control, and we seem to think it's under our control. Now, I would say this. If it's under your control, Iran, how come you can't get any ships out of there? I would say that we're at a bit of a stalemate now. We're moving some ships through. We're doing that by keeping them very close to the coast of Oman and kind of running a little interference there with the Iranians. But they're not. None of their boats are allowed to leave or
they're
get
not
out of any
getting
port, or any Iranian associated ship is not making it through. Consequently, they are unable to move their oil. They're unable to sell anything. They're unable to bring anything in, and Iran continues to suffer. This really is probably doing more damage to them than the bombs, because whether you're looking at these imams, when you're looking at the big guys, when you're looking at the IRGC, whatever it may be. And you're able to say, well, you guys, you can't seem to stop America from bombing you. And they're like, it's just bombs. It's not a big deal. Well, you also can't run an economy. That's where you begin
Kinda
to lose some
difficult.
faith.
Yeah.
You suddenly, your subjects, for want of a better term, are looking at you and going, well, I thought you knew what you were doing. We're starving over here. What are you doing? We'll see how long this goes. Donald Trump has decided he's going to play the waiting game. He's very patient right now. And I'm not sure he really cares that much about the midterms. I think he's just looking at this in terms of, look, we have to win this thing. It has to be victorious. We have to keep them from getting a nuclear weapon. And we absolutely have to stop this state sponsor of terrorism that's taking place around the globe.
Yeah, the number one thing is the nuclear part of it, and I think you're right. I think Iran believes that Donald Trump, he's going to hurry this up because of the midterms, and that's what their focus is. They're like, he doesn't have the patience, and I disagree. I think that if Donald Trump believes that this is the best strategy, he'll use it. That this is what we're going to do. It won't be, firing rockets anymore. It's just that your economy is going to dissolve to nothing.
Yeah, we will break it down until you have less than nothing, and hopefully cooler heads prevail, or somebody ends up, seizing control of that country that actually is interested in peace. Luigi Mangione is expected to plead guilty in his federal case. This is an interesting move here because he was charged at both the state level, New York, and at the federal level. Now, if New York managed to try him first, which they were on the verge of doing, they actually were trying to hustle this thing up and get him tried. He had second-degree murder charges against him. I don't know why it was second-degree. That seems odd to me. I mean, the man, he planned this thing so well. He traveled across the country. He sat in waiting for the United Health CEO, Brian Thompson, I believe, to come out and shoot him, and shot him in the back 3 times. He had stuff written on the casings of the bullets that he used, on the 3D printed gun that he used. The man printed a gun. That's first degree, right? Isn't it? That
should be
first degree murder. How he ended up with second degree murder charges, I don't know. The thing is, New York would never have put him to death, but they certainly would have given him life in prison without parole. And then the feds were going to try him, and they would do largely the same thing, put him in prison for life without parole. So now he's got 2 concurrent sentences. Very difficult to appeal. You appeal one, the other one stays there. Yeah, you're there forever. And it does become a question of, well, which jail are you going to stay in? If you're in the New York prison, then you're going to stay in the New York prison. The reason why they decided to plead guilty, I believe, to these federal charges is New York has a very strange double jeopardy law. It's not really like any other state. Most of us understand that you can be tried both at the state and the federal level with the same crime, and that's not technically double jeopardy. New York says, no, we kind of think it's double jeopardy. So we're not going to let you try him if he's been found guilty at the federal level of largely the same offense. So a lot of times when you're a lawyer, and especially when you're a lawyer in a hopeless case like this one.
Yeah, you're just trying to find some sliver.
Yep.
Of it not being a horrible situation for your client, but this one's a tough one.
The phrase I'm thinking of is mitigate the damage.
Yeah.
Try to mitigate the damage as much as you can. And so by pleading guilty here, he may get, a set number of years. Now, there's no parole at the federal level, but if he gets, 35, 40 years for this, there is a chance he gets out in 35 or 40 years. Boy, there's something to look forward to.
Oh, can you imagine?
Yeah.
What are we looking at? Because he's in his 20s?
He is, yeah. So he'd be like 68 or something like that. He, by the way, the feds are absolutely looking to put him away for as long as humanly possible. And then, he, of course, can still appeal. And he'd only have to appeal 1 of those things instead of 2. He wouldn't have to appeal at the New York level and at the federal level. So there's a couple of reasons why they're probably talking about doing it that way. The owner of the UFL is eyeing 3 Birmingham area sites for a new Stallions stadium.
This is interesting, isn't it?
Here's the problem with this. A, he's already announced they're leaving. Okay?
Yeah.
B, he hasn't said where they're going yet. But if he's serious about, we're going to put a stadium up, and I'm going to help build it because I'm a billionaire, and maybe we'll get some municipal money involved in it, so on and so forth. And we'll have it done by 2029. Won't that be great? What city is going to be interested in taking the Birmingham Stallions for just a couple of years? Hey, would you mind holding on to our team until we get our stadium done? They're going to be like,
no, you're going to leave.
Yeah, either we get them all the time or we get them, we're not going to take them at all.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the real problem here. Now, also, look, we've seen these leagues come and go. It's entirely possible that this one folds within the next couple of years. I don't wish that on them. I'm just saying that we've seen this before, where they did a USFL, they did a CFL. We've seen a We Laugh, World League of American Football. We saw whatever the Iron were. I'm not sure what that was.
Well, the
American
other thing,
Football Association.
in
Something.
one of these cities they're thinking
yeah.
about doing this in is Hoover over there by 459 and 150, where there's all that development already with new stores and everything else. If you're the Hoover Met, aren't you saying to Hoover, oh no?
Yeah.
Because that's going to be the shiny new stadium in Penny. Everything may move from the Hoover Met.
Right.
Football games, high school football games, whatever it is. Whatever they can get over to the new stadium, I might be going, no, you're not going to build that near the Hoover Met.
I think you would be hoping and counting on your city leaders to put the kibosh on that.
Yeah.
One of the places he's talking about is Trussville.
Trussville might work.
Trussville could feasibly work.
Yeah.
I could see
Trussville,
that.
and didn't I see the
Liberty
exit over
Park?
there by Liberty Park?
Yeah,
Liberty
Liberty Park is
I
the
get the
third
feeling
one.
the Liberty Park people are going to be in on that.
No, I'm pretty sure they're not.
I don't think that they don't want that in their backyard.
I know some Liberty Park people.
Yeah, and they'd be like, mm-mm.
They're not fans of
No.
such things. But
So I think their best shot maybe is Trussville. But we're just speculating here.
again, that's assuming that this actually happens.
Yeah.
This guy might just be blowing smoke. I do agree that putting 3,000, 4,000 people into an 87,000 seat stadium or whatever it is over there at the productive 45,000, I think.
Yeah, 47,000.
47,000.
Yeah.
Putting that few people in there, it's a bad look. Putting them in a smaller stadium might make a world of difference and help improve the sort of overall feel of game time. But I don't understand how you do this. You put the Birmingham Stallions on hold, or you send them off somewhere else. You're going to have a substitute city for a while, kids.
And here's the thing: you have a beautiful brand new stadium with protective. You're going to spend all the money to build another stadium. I mean, if the problem is cost, because well, you're going to have to build a stadium, so
Right.
that's going to cost money.
Yep.
And he's also talking about trying to do retail stores and office complexes,
Sure.
part of the 100 acres wherever they put this thing. So it's a pretty big deal. But I'm just like, all right, you got this brand new thing and it didn't work and it was just butts in the seat. So now we're going to build a smaller stadium?
This is the claim. Well, look, the Birmingham Legion could also use that stadium. The women's, the Lady Legion could use that. Those are the soccer teams that also are not putting butts in seat
Right.
in Protective Stadium. And then who knows? Maybe some smaller concerts could come in and play a 6,000 or 7,000 seat,
Concerts.
stadium like that might be interesting.
Well, and back to the Hoover Met, they said that they were looking at maybe playing those games at the Hoover Met, but they said that the spring dates didn't accommodate their season, that there's too much going on over there.
Exactly, that is
So
a
they
problem.
couldn't do it.
Yeah, I see
But-
that. I get that. I understand. 618, Dixon and Vining, Talk 995, talk995.com. Your thoughts on the subjects are always welcome at 545-9950. Flipsy's Furniture is designer furniture at wholesale prices, and you will find them in two locations, one in Irondale and the other in Hoover. Find out more at their website, flipsysfurniture.com. And there you will find all the designer furniture with great names and great low prices, and you will be able to kind of shop with your eyes there, and then shop with your eyes and your hands and your wallet when you actually stop by one of the two locations. I think you'll find that what happened to me was not uncommon. I saw what I wanted on the website. I went to Flipsy's, and I wasn't there 10 minutes before I changed my mind and said I wanted this other thing instead. Because once you see it up close and in person, you realize, okay, now I see. This is actually better for me. This is going to fit the room a little bit better, or whatever the case may be. So, but definitely start with the website. And if you want to shop around, you're more than welcome to. Just don't buy anything or put money down on anything until you have been to Flipsy's, one of their two locations, 28,000 square feet in Irondale, and then, of course, on Hoover, Highway 31, across from the Galleria next to 2nd and Charles. It is designer furniture at wholesale prices.
622. Good morning, everyone, and a happy Friday to you. Hope you are doing well. It's Dixon Inviting at Talk 99.5, talk995.com. Not a lot of rain in the forecast for today and through the weekend, so it really means that it's an excellent time to call David Fevet and the guys at B-Dry to come out to your house and take a look at what's going on, because there's so much rain this summer. You're finding maybe places in your home where water, you've never seen it before. It's like, what is that doing there? That's not supposed to be there. You're probably exactly right. Let the guys at B-Dry come out, take advantage. Now, this is just for a limited time, 25% off encapsulation. We talk about spaces like your crawl space. If it is damp and there's water there and there's all kinds of nastiness, let's encapsulate those areas so you don't have to worry about the air quality in your home, because it can seep into some of those areas where you want to enjoy your home, but you know that there's something that's not right. If it's cracking in the foundation of your home, sure, these guys are some of the best in the business, B-Dry foundation and waterproofing. They've been doing this for over 6 decades. They know what they're doing. They'll get it done right. They give you a lifetime warranty that's the strongest in the business, and you'll love dealing with these guys. They're terrific, and they'll explain everything that they're going to do. 942-1976. If you want to reach out to them today, bdryalabama.com is also how you can get in touch with them online. But been around a long time. They know what they're doing, and you can have a lot of confidence with B-Dry. So be sure to get in touch with them today. Richard, we are looking at a mess, 459 northbound at Liberty Park. There was a fiery crash earlier this morning. 1 person dead. There is 1 lane open. There's 3 lanes through there, but 2 of them are closed. There's all kinds of emergency vehicles in that area, but there is 1 lane open, so you can get through, but it's backed up from Liberty Park all the way to 280. And again, this is 459 northbound.
Yeah, looking at it right now.
So it's a mess. And when you talk about that there's been, somebody's died in this accident, usually those take a little longer.
Oh, yeah.
So just know that that's going to be a problem probably for a while this morning.
Avoid that area if you can. Of course,
Yeah.
that means everybody else is avoiding that area, and you're all using the same alternate routes.
Mm-hmm.
However, that is our own Bermuda Triangle. That area between 280 and Liberty Park is the weirdest little Bermuda Triangle
It's the
where
bridge.
accidents.
It's that bridge. It's somehow
There's a
the way they
curve there.
configured it. It's a little too sharp for the speed that goes through there.
Maybe so.
Whether there's rain or when we have a winter storm or something, there's always. It's kind of like, well, it's not as bad as Dead Man's Curve,
No,
but
no.
somehow how they've configured it, they really need to drop the speed through there because you got truckers, and I'm not blaming you truckers. It's just too snug. It's too tight.
Yes, but I don't think it matters what the posted speed limit is. You've driven 459,
Well,
haven't you?
I know people are doing 80 and 90 through there, but I mean,
I have been going 80 on 459 and been passed quite rapidly by vehicles that are just whizzing through there, and I'm just like, I can't even begin to, I mean, I think of myself as having a lead foot, but what these people are doing is insane. Really, everybody should probably just attempt to slow down through that area and not run themselves off the road, run into each other, try to keep it between the lines, people. We're all in this together, right?
yes.
This is interesting. They're talking about possibly, Carolyn Levitt, she's leaving. She's the press secretary with the president. She's the one who gives the presidential briefings, when they do a press conference or whatever. She's the one who comes out virtually daily, although I think he's backed that off, hasn't he? He doesn't do it every day, does he now?
I don't think so.
I think they used to, and he just went like, this isn't necessary. We don't need to do this every day. We get asked the same questions over and over and over again. I saw the other day, for about the 9th time, I saw President Trump gives definitive answer on whether he'll run for a 3rd term. I'm like, he has said this multiple times. What are you talking about?
They're just trying to get headlines and clicks.
Why are you
That's all
acting
it
like
is.
this is a new thing? Stop it. But yeah, Carolyn Levitt stepping down, and she's going to go spend time with her children. Crazy, I know. It's going to be a very difficult job, probably extremely time-consuming, and she wants to spend some time with her family, and you can't blame her for that. Instead of getting a new press secretary, they're talking about maybe doing like just a revolving thing like they did when she was on maternity leave.
Yeah, and I thought it was great because we got to hear from all kinds of different people, Marco Rubio and J.D. Vance and others. So,
Mehmet Oz
yeah.
stepped up and
I
did
didn't
it.
mind that. It was like, oh, this is kind of,
Scott Besson.
if it works.
And look, Stephen Miller is great at this. He would be a great addition to this as well. One of the things that you can say about the Trump administration is that It's loaded with well-spoken people. Every one of them speaks better than the president himself, who speaks with a vocabulary of a fifth grader. Things are either very, very bad or very, very good. So, have you ever heard of the word outstanding? I don't use that word. It's very big. It's a large word. I don't really want to use it. It's confusing to people. People find it confusing. But yeah, it also, by the way, would be such a springboard for J.D. Vance for 2028. If you put him in there even once a week or once every 2 weeks, and people got to see how well-spoken he is, how well he handles the issues, how well he handles the questions that he's given, like he did the last time we saw this. And I've seen several speeches. You kind of have to seek them out, Strangely enough, vice presidential speeches don't get a lot of love in the media.
They don't.
And it doesn't matter who's the vice president. They just don't. So he would be greatly, I think, affected by this. And Marco Rubio, if he does, in fact, step up as a running mate, would also be fantastic, would give them a lot of practice.
Oh, sure. Yeah,
which is cool.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
And so far, they've done a great job with it. So I think they could easily step into that role if they wanted to go that route.
Well, if it is not, it might not be permanent. It might be just something that they do until they find somebody or figure somebody out. They certainly have looked at people like Scott Jennings, who could be interesting, a bit bombastic, but fun. He's over there on CNN. Anna Kelly, that would be Carolyn Levitt's deputy. And the aforementioned Stephen Miller. These are names that are being bounced around. Alina Habba is a name that's being bounced around. We'll see. It might just be that they do this for a little while, or it could be like The Five on Fox, which was supposed to be a summer replacement show and now is the highest rated show on the station, and they will never kill it. It's funny. 6:30, Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com. The Tubes. Terry Bozzio, Dale Bozzio, Fee Wable. Some great talent there. 6:35 with Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, Talk995.com. Hot one today. Be prepared for it. In fact, the whole weekend is going to be steamy, and there's really only one good way to cool down, and that is to put several scoops of ice cream into your pants. Is that not
That's
it?
one way.
That's not it?
Or you,
Seems sticky.
yeah, it'd be very sticky. Or you could go to Rodney's Marine and get out on a boat.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, get
Sorry.
out on the lake.
Yes, I get ice cream and Rodney's confused all the time.
Rodney's might offer you some ice cream.
They're good. You never can
They're
tell.
really nice people.
They certainly are.
They might be here. Here's a cone for your ride.
And they have got the fabulous Suzuki Power 5-year warranty, the Silver Wave Starcraft pontoons and tritoons. They are the number one seller in this region of those boats, as well as the Savannah Center consoles. And when you put that Suzuki Power on those boats, you've got the best boats, you've got the best power, you've got the best dealership. You have just hit for the circuit, my friends.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a wonderful lake out there. But here's the thing. We know that Logan Martin is beautiful. There are other beautiful lakes across our region. And Rodney's Marine will get that boat to you. They can throw it on a trailer and get it to your home or to the marina that you need it. They'll service the boat. They'll take good care of you. 525-1500. Follow them on Facebook and their website, rodneysmarine.com. But this is who you want to deal with. Starcraft and Silver Wave pontoons, the Savannah Center consoles. We've seen these boats firsthand. They're gorgeous. We've been out on one of the Starcraft boats with a Suzuki engine and just had so much fun. And you will too with your family. Think about it. We've got great weather all the way through September. Into October, there are still people out boating, and sometimes even into November. Just depending upon what's going on. So we really do have a long boating season. Get your boat at Rodney's Marine and get in touch with them today again. Highway 231 on Lake Logan Martin in Cropwell.
Absolutely. Gosh. So many different directions we can go here. We'll go all of them. How about that?
Okay.
Number one, tropical depression could develop in the Atlantic this weekend.
Yeah, we're starting to get into the height of the hurricane season. So this is where we start going, well, here comes another one, and there's one behind that one, and there's another one behind that one.
It looks like they're saying the second one looks like it's having trouble forming and not really getting together, but the first one could be trouble. And that is it's the lower Antilles.
Yeah.
The lesser Antilles. I'm sorry. I don't even know what the hell that means. What is that? That's like when people go, mile marker 237.
I'm like, I don't know where that is. Don't make me, try to figure out where that is.
What exit is it?
Yeah.
The lesser Antilles.
What's it near?
What you mean is it's off the coast of South America.
Sure. Sounds good.
Yeah, and it's headed straight toward San Juan, Puerto Rico.
Not good.
Yeah, and that is, of course, if it forms up.
Yeah.
And it could go a number of ways. We're not even at the point where we're looking at a spaghetti map yet.
Not
Because
yet. It's too far out.
And it hasn't formed. It could just dissipate and disappear. But given the heat lately, I'm inclined to believe that at least one of these two is going to stick together. And then it becomes a question of, well, where does it go? Does it shoot up the East Coast? Does it come into the Gulf? Please no.
No, we don't need that.
Does it take a hard left and shoot across, Belize, Cancun, Mexico, San Salvador? What are we looking at
Yeah.
here?
Or come up. Yeah, we don't want it going into the Gulf. No, thank you.
No, there's a number
Or
of
up the
different-
East Coast. No, thank you.
We'd prefer not. We'd prefer not. But
I like it when it comes over it's a little ways out there, and then it does that loop and goes up, and it's back out into the open ocean.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, those are the best.
That's what you're looking for.
Yeah, right there.
So anyway, we'll keep an eye on that for you. It is going to be a lengthy period of time between now and it will be deep into next week when we start talking about this thing actually potentially forming. So don't worry about that. Secondly, did you ever get your Blackstone fixed? Did you?
I haven't been back out to work on it.
Well, I don't.
But
blame
I
you.
am gonna. Yeah, right. When do I do that? At midnight?
That's a good time.
Can I just tell you that my other grill, not the Blackstone, I have a regular, just gas grill.
Yeah.
The deck has gotten so hot where it sits. It's outside in the direct sun.
Oh no!
That the plastic wheels are beginning to fall. I was like, what are all these black pieces all over? And I was like, oh, the wheels are
coming off.
They're disintegrating.
Yikes!
Because of the heat.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I've never seen that before. That's hot.
Do you have Trex deck? Is that what you?
It's
have out
not.
there?
No,
Or
it's just a
regular
wood deck.
Okay.
It's a wood deck, but it's painted a dark brown.
Yeah.
And that really soaks up the heat.
Yeah.
It didn't reflect at all. I looked over there. I was like, what are these little black? And then I was like, there's more. And then on the other side of the grill, I was like, oh my gosh, the wheels are coming apart.
Yeah. Don't try to push that thing anywhere.
No, it's going to stay right where it's at.
We actually talked about this off the air, so I should mention it. That Valerie went to cook some steaks last weekend, and the burners on the Blackstone were not cooperating. They were very low.
See, I was so proud.
yeah.
Mom was in town, and I got steaks, and they were beautiful. And I did this the week before, the weekend before, and they came out
Perfect.
just, melt in your mouth, delicious. So I was like, okay, I'll do that when Mom comes. I could not get that. I was like, why is this not cooperating with me?
Are you sure you have a lot of propane in that tank? Or
Yeah,
are you
it's,
gonna do that?
it's a brand new tank.
Brand new tank, okay.
Brand new tank. Used the whole thing once, the week before, no problem. But it's like all 4 burners were on, but it just wasn't getting
Right.
as hot as it should.
This is a common problem.
Yeah.
It's a little, you get these low flames that sit there. And generally it's a regulator,
Yeah.
or sometimes it's a blockage of some kind. And if you just
Like
Yeah.
the little cord is kinked or something, and it's
Yeah.
just not quite getting through.
probably not kinked, but if you disconnect and reconnect, it's the equivalent of unplugging and plugging it back in again.
Yeah,
Sometimes it works better.
I'll try it. I haven't tried that yet.
Turn everything off, unhook and rehook, and if it doesn't work that time, then you need to look into a new regulator. You can get a regulator and a hose and everything all at in one, and they're pretty easy to fix. And you're a handy person,
I can do it.
so that should
Yeah,
not be a problem.
I think I can probably figure it out. But I didn't have time to deal with it. It was sprinkling and raining a little bit while I was trying to grill, and I put this umbrella so I wouldn't get wet, and one thing to another. I was like, oh, you're killing me. I don't have time for this. I need these steaks cooked right now.
That's right. Well, why didn't you use the grill with the wheels that were coming off?
And I don't want to. And that thing, I don't know. I really wanted it seared.
Yeah, of course.
And
Yeah, love the good sear.
And almost moved it inside. I was like, no, I'm not giving up on this.
There you go. That's the spirit.
Yeah.
That's what I like to hear. Even if they're crap, I'm not giving up. I will
mad.
stand here and make them cook
Mom's
them
like,
like
oh,
garbage.
really? These are, and I
Yeah.
was like, yeah.
Sorry.
They didn't turn out like I wanted
They're
them to.
usually
They're
better.
cooked and they're done, and
Yeah.
they're they're going to be fine. They're just
Not
they don't have that nice
crust.
on the outside.
Love that crust. Gotta have that crust, Mr. Peas. Oh, those
So
steaks
good.
are the best. I have not had one in quite some time because not being able to breathe just really sucks your appetite right away.
I'm sure it
You're
does.
not that interested.
Yeah, that's pretty bad when a steak doesn't sound good to you.
Yeah.
You're like, you're really sick.
Yeah.
Good grief.
Nothing, but nothing sounds good. It doesn't matter. You could throw
Yeah.
anything in my face, and I'm just like, nope.
I don't want it.
Nope, no thank you. Not hungry. But you have to eat,
Yeah.
Because otherwise, how do you battle whatever it is that's going on inside of you?
You still need nutrition.
Protein shakes. The answer is protein
Yeah, you could
shakes.
do that.
And that is what I am doing.
Can I tell you what? I this week I've had 2, just to in place of a meal, in place of a snack or something like that. They make me feel almost nauseous.
The
Isn't
protein
that
shake?
weird? Yes.
Oh.
I'm like after it, I'm like, just kind of like, I don't want to see food for 3 days. It just makes me feel, I don't know what it is. Maybe I need to change. It's like a whey protein.
Uh-huh.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm like, maybe I need to try a different kind. But it's a huge bag that I got from Costco. I'm like, well, I don't dare waste this. I'll try to get used to it.
Exactly. I'll continue to choke these down, much like the bad steaks last Friday. I'm
No,
going to
the
make
steaks
this
were
work.
fine.
Oh, okay.
The steaks are good. They just, again, they weren't perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get the perfectness out of it.
I'm sorry.
It's frustrating.
I'm sorry.
So and probably this afternoon when I have some time, I'll unplug, as you said, and try to redo it.
Giving
See
you a
what
shot.
happens.
Well, you'll have the
Yeah.
weekend.
And
let you
I
do
need to
this.
go get some new wheels for my other grill.
Yeah.
I guess I can't get plastic. I got to find something else. Rubber wheels?
Buggy
like
wheels.
a tire
That's
on a
big
car?
Go get some baby buggy
How
wheels.
am I gonna get to replace
Something like
it?
that.
I can't put those back on.
Wooden wheels. That's what you're looking for.
I'll have a fire on the deck.
That's good.
Oh, look, her grill is on fire. The wheels.
Yeah.
Or a wood grilled steak.
Yeah, I've got all these tools. I've got the Blackstone as well, and then I got the pizza oven, which doubles as a small gas grill, and then I've got the charcoal grill outside.
It looks
So,
ridiculous
I mean,
outside. I'm like, am
yeah.
I opening up a restaurant
That's
out
right.
here or what?
That's right. Anybody who comes over to my place goes, "You must cook a lot." It's like, not as much as you would think.
I just got the gadgets. Yeah.
Well, if you're going to do something, you want to do it right.
Right.
And
Well, and I got the Blackstone at the other house. I've probably used it a total of maybe 15 or 20 times.
yeah.
Yeah, and it's only like a year and a half, maybe 2 years old.
There was a time when I
So-
used mine all the time. I
Yeah.
used it 3 or 4 times a week.
Wow.
And
I just don't think cleaning is a pain.
Oh, I haven't looked at it since the 4th of July. I used it.
Yeah.
I used it 4th of July weekend, and then I cleaned it up and I covered it up with the new cover, and I haven't looked at it since. It's like, okay.
Do you hate the on Facebook all of the people that are using the Blackstone that keep putting up that orange mat with a burger that's been cooked on top of it? Like, what's wrong with this thing? It doesn't work very well. Like, no, duh.
You're
It's
not supposed to put the
no,
orange
you're
mat
not
on there to
supposed
cook
put
it.
the mat
That's a
on
silicone mat. That's protection.
there. You fool.
That's a protective mat, you moron. I finally had to jettison all of the Blackstone
Did
Facebook
you got
groups.
frustrated? Did
I got very tired with, does this seasoning look right? How do you season this? What's the best way to season this? I'm like, my God, there are 10,000 pages dedicated to this. Go to YouTube, watch a video for the love of God. I'm here for the recipes. And, you know, occasionally you get some people who would put something really unique up there. That's where I learned the chicken, bacon, pineapple, and it's a sort of an Asian thing
Yeah.
with some rice.
Yum.
And you cut the pineapple in half and you kind of scoop it out, and really delicious. I've made it twice now, and it is out of this world. But that is, you know, one of the rarities. Most of it is just stupid people. How do
Doing
I
that.
how do I cook
Well,
French
they-
fries on this?
they
You
keep-
don't cook French fries on this.
The people that like try to clean it and they're like, this isn't cleaning, run everything, and I'm like, you know, you don't. It doesn't get. It never goes back to when you got it out of the box.
No.
You know what I mean?
Right.
There's called seasoning, and that's
Exactly.
what it is. There's supposed to be, you know, you don't want gunk on there, but you're going to have a little something on there.
I think people overthink it,
I do too.
because for me, cleaning it is not that difficult. It's
Yeah,
just
just scrape it, and
it's
you know.
time consuming, but it's not hard.
No.
As long as it's not 1,000 degrees outside, you should be able to get it done in a relatively decent amount of time. It's going to take some paper towels, and a scraper, a little bit of water.
Water,
Yeah,
yep.
and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
But you say overthink. I think actually people are underthinking it. You've posted this on the internet. Go look for an answer.
That's right. You're right there.
It's on the internet.
Not that hard.
No.
Not that hard. 647 with Dixon and Vining and HHM Roofing and Construction is ready to come out and take a gander at your roof. Or you know what? I'm going to mention this. Ryan is not crazy about me mentioning this, but I'm going to tell you anyway. When you go to recent projects on their website, which is hhmroofs.com, you will see a roofing portfolio, which is fabulous. And then you will also see a few decks that they have built. And they've done some soffit work and some fascia and some other wonderful things. They that's the construction part of roofing and construction. And they do a great work on that. When you go to their website, you're going to find a lot of great things like the Instant Estimator. You're going to find, like I said, the recent projects. You're going to find all the reviews. The reviews are being added to on a regular basis, and every one of them is a 5-star review. They don't have a single review that is less than 5 stars, which is almost impossible to imagine. Plus a bunch of little explainer videos that will kind of walk you through what it is they're going to do for you. They are thorough, they are transparent, and they are, to my mind, the best in the business. HHM Roofing and Construction, hhmroofs.com, hhmroofs.com. Call them at 396-7077, 396-7077 for HHM. 6:52. There's a bouncy little upbeat happy tune, isn't it, huh?
It is happy.
I like it.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. It is Dixon and Vining on Talk 99.5 and Talk995.com. Prepare for a hot one, maybe a weekend that you could spend in a darkened movie theater enjoying some popcorn, an icy Coca-Cola, and a movie, depending on what's out there. Debbie Schlussel, how are you this morning?
Hi, I'm doing great. Good morning. I can't believe it's in the mid-August, and I actually had a few movies that were decent.
No.
So, yes, can you believe it? So there's this movie, The End of Oak Street, and I did not have high hopes. This stars Anne Hathaway and Ewan McGregor as this couple. They say it's in the early 80s. It looked like late 70s kind of to me, but close enough. They're in this neighborhood. Now, you do have to suspend a lot of disbelief, but I still enjoyed it. It was a popcorn movie. It's a lot of fun. It's not a great movie, but it was a fun movie. It was escapism. This is why we go to the movies. They live in this neighborhood, and all of a sudden a lot of strange things start to happen in their neighborhood, and soon there are dinosaurs. And they lost their power. There's dinosaurs, a lot of weird things. I enjoyed it. Very suspenseful, scary. There is a snake in this movie that is so super creepy, even though I know it's CGI. You forget that these are CGI. I have to tell you, it's very creepy. It was very effective, and it has a good payoff in the movie, The End of Oak Street. So that's one of my two top recommendations for this weekend at the movies, looking to escape that 90-degree with the heat index 100-something degree weather. Go to the theater to see this. It's short, it's quick, it's suspenseful. You're not bored for a second. All right, the only bad thing about it was the wigs, but you forget about that. Then there is The Brink of War. Now, normally I am not a fan of Angel Studios because they sponsored neo-Nazi Candace Owens' podcast in the past. I don't know that they're still doing that, but this movie was fantastic. It stars Jeff Daniels as Ronald Reagan. Now, he does not look like Ronald Reagan. He looks like Jeff Daniels with Ronald Reagan's hair, or maybe like Ronald Reagan's stepbrother or something, or half-brother. And the guy who plays Gorbachev looks just like Gorbachev. A lot of the people in the movie do look like their own, like they were. There's a negotiator named Ken Edelman. The guy who plays him looks just like him. This is about the Reykjavik summit. The woman that plays Raisa Gorbachev is very good. The Nancy Reagan lady, she's okay. But this was a brilliant movie. I felt they bent over backwards to try to be fair to Gorbachev, but it really does show what a smart guy Ronald Reagan was. I do prefer Dennis Quaid as Ronald Reagan. I think he captured him better, but I thought this was very well done. It showed Ronald Reagan was not dumb. He was not a warmonger. He was not Alzheimer's ridden. I met Ronald Reagan at the White House once, and I spent an hour and a half with him with some of my friends from Teenage Republicans, and I felt the guy was brilliant, quick-witted. This movie shows that Ronald Reagan that I saw. Now, it's an academic movie in some ways. It's a little slow, but it was just very well done. I wasn't bored with it. Some people might be. Maybe they could have cut out like 20 minutes, half an hour. But I recommend this movie highly. It's excellent, The Brink of War. I could have done without Jeff Daniels' special message at the end about how this is what happens when leaders put down their arms and they pursue peace rather than war. Well, the bottom line is that Gorbachev would never have come to the table. The Soviet Union and the Iron Curtain would never have come down were it not for Ronald Reagan building up the weapons and being tough and preparing for war. That's how you get peace. And I wish that had been the message at the end of the movie, but I think anyone who knows history knows that that is what happened. Now, there is also Paw Patrol, Dino Island, for kids. I didn't really care for this that much. It wasn't my favorite kids animated movie. It wasn't even my favorite Paw Patrol movie. But I'm glad Paw Patrol is back because, as we all know, they tried to get rid of it in the anti-police movement after George Floyd.
Right.
I thought it was a cute movie. It's good for kids. Wasn't my favorite. They discovered this island populated by friendly dinosaurs as opposed to the ones in the End of Oak Street. and the criminal Humdinger gets out of jail, and he is trying to blow up the island to get diamonds that are on the island. What could go wrong? It was a cute movie for kids. Like I said, parents, you might be a little bored. It's not my favorite animation, but you would not be ripped off if you want your kids to see something cute that's inoffensive and has an okay story. I also saw this movie called Nimrods, and this is this weird trend where Live Nation and bands are producing their own movies. There's a few more Live Nation movies coming out that are feature films. They're not documentaries. And this one is produced by Green Day. Green Day is in it off and on. It's about these two high school kids that are kind of jerks, and they are in a band, and their brother and his friend play a practical joke on them because to get back at them, pretending to be Green Day and telling them that they're to play open for Green Day in Los Angeles, and they have to find a way to get there. I did enjoy this movie, even though I don't like Green Day at all, and I hate their politics, and they're very far left and so on. But the movie was fun. It wasn't the greatest movie, but it was okay. It's not bad for an escapist movie, and I did laugh a lot. A lot of it is funny, and I think it's a good portrayal of kids today that are teens and so on, the Zoomers and so on. So it was not bad, Nimrods. Now, I did see this documentary that actually came out last week called Cookie Queens that is produced by Prince Harry and Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. That's how it says in the thing. This was awful. It was boring. A kindergartner is taking Pilates. I just hated these girls. I'm sorry, but I don't want to buy Girl Scout cookies even more. After seeing this, these girls were annoying. This movie was a total bore. Who cares?
Yikes. All right.
Selling Girl Scout cookies is not a movie. No, thank you.
Okay. Lovely.
Don't wear makeup when you're in kindergarten.
No, good Lord.
That's a bad look.
Or do Pilates or dance sexy or wear sexy outfits. These girls did all that.
We at least have several good choices to stay cool this weekend. Thank you for that, Debbie. We appreciate it very much. And I might go watch some people get chased by dinosaurs because I love that. I'm a fan.
The Brink of War, End of Oak Street. See those.
Take care. We will do it again next Friday. Have a great weekend and try to stay cool.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Bye-bye. There you go. Debbie Sussel, DebbieDoesPolitics.com.